paradigm shift.
I think one word to describe pole in the hands: impact.
It's very fulfilling.
Medal in the hands of the beneficiaries.
It was a game changer.
28 poles delivered, champions made, lives transformed, and a far-reaching impact. The Pole in the Hand initiative has just delivered all these and more. A dramatic turn of events post the release of the documentary last year has propelled the initiative to an elevated orbit, which led to the historic Pole in the Hand Initiative 2.0. Welcome to Intricate Chats with Swaps 8, which explores the inside story of how this initiative took off. The scaling of this initiative faced many hurdles, including collection of funds, collaborating with a program partner, managing the resources, clearing shipping formalities, and most of all, staying motivated.
On the previous episode, we covered the Pole in the Hand initiative. It was an incredible story. However, the story didn't end there. It exploded into life, attracting the eyes of people across the globe. And some of them who benefited from this became national champions, international medalists, and lives were transformed. Hi there, this is Swapnesh Sebastian, host and producer of Intricate Chats with Swaps. On this episode, we're going to explore the inside story of Pole in the Hand 2.0.
Now, to understand the effort behind the scenes, it is imperative to update the viewer on the achievements post the release of Pole in the Hand 1.0. The Pole in the Hand has enabled two athletes, Rosie Meena and Baranika, become international athletes. It did play a huge role in bringing coach Melba to the spotlight. He has been voted as a Coach of the Year. Reliance Foundation has hired Melba as a coach and offered support to most of his athletes. Many of them train at these wonderful facilities at Odisha. Melba explains how the Pole in the Hand has transformed his life.
Hi, this is Melba, pole vault coach, Sky Vault Academy. My athletes struggle a lot to move next level because no poles, series of poles in my hand. So they done actually state and national level. After that, we struggle a lot. So Pole in the Hands, they take initiative and gave lot of poles. They believe us. We done lot of competition. My athletes done wonderful practice, and they move national to international level. Asian indoor medal we got, and Busan international pole vault competition we got medals. Now is going moving very smoothly. So one more request, Pole in the initiative, they need to help my athletes, then I can produce more international athletes. Thank you.
With all these achievements in such a quick turnaround time, one would assume it would be all rainbow and sunshine for the founder Hemant. But the amount of work had taken a toll on him. He needed a spark to reignite this initiative to the next level. We now traverse to Salt Lake City, Utah to find out.
Once the target was set that we had to collect around 12.5 lakhs for 28 poles, that was a massive target. I was really worried how will I be able to achieve this. One such guy, one of my juniors, Surya, he immediately called me and told me that, Anna, I will give you 1 lakh. I told him, hey, I don't need that much. Just give me somewhere around 30,000 rupees. That'll be a great help. He immediately transferred 50,000 rupees. That was like a shot in the arm for us, and that kind of gave us that was the spark for this entire movement. And from then on, we didn't look back. we just went at a very, very rapid pace.
Pole in the Hand 2.0 delivered 28 poles, 24 poles absolutely free and 4 poles at a highly subsidized price. The people who watched the first documentary said it was comprehensive. Not quite. To understand the impact of these poles delivered, we have to speak to a towering personality in pole vault.
We are now going to meet Manikaraj, the coach who produced talents like V.S. Surega and Melba himself. Let us ask him how these UCS poles that have been delivered have been benefiting the athletes.
So UCS Spirit is the competitive pole, very good for the competitors, beginners and international athletes are using the Nordic pole reflex is very slow. UCS pole is very good for the competitive to reflect very fast and vaulting is good, very improvement also. That's the main thing in the UCS Spirit poles are using for all the international athletes and national athletes are. Beginners also they are using that UCS Spirit poles to speed development also. It is reflected very fast, the athletes are coordinated with the UCS Spirit poles. So very useful for the UCS Spirit poles to go for improvement of the high performance in the national level or international levels.
Meanwhile, these are scenes from Papanadu Government School, Tanjavur District, Tamil Nadu. It is very interesting to note they have some facilities which are on par with what the government provides in its centers. Wherever there is a gap, it is compensated by the passion of these athletes. The mat, uprights, and other equipment were provided by a generous enabler, Kumanan. Kumanan, a former national basketball player, says he has good reason to help out. To find out, we go to North Carolina.
Hello, my name is Kumanan. I am from North Carolina, USA. I was born and raised in Chengalpattu. I got my engineering degree through sports quota from Coimbatore Institute of Technology. A lot of seniors from Chengalpattu contributed their time and effort in my sports career. Because of them, I reached to this position. I really wanted to give back to the place where I came from for the needy sportsmen and women. Thank you very much to Hemant, Milber and Dr. Arunarayanan for their wonderful efforts, selfless service towards the sports people of Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
One thing is evident. These poles have brought an elite athletic event to the grassroots levels. This is worthy of being called extraordinary. Arul Narayanan, the physical education teacher, tells us how these poles have transformed lives at Papanadu.
வணக்கம், என்னோடய பேர் அருள் நாராயணன். அரசு மேல்நிலைப்பள்ளி பாப்பாநாட்டில் உடற்கல்வி ஆசிரியராக வேலை பார்த்து வரேன். எங்கள் பள்ளியில் ஒரு 8 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்னாடி போல் வால்ட் அறிமுகப்படுத்தினோம். அப்படி அறிமுகப்படுத்தும் பொழுது மூங்கில் குச்சி எடுத்து அதில் வந்து இந்த நூல் சுற்றி கிரிக்கெட் பேட்டுக்கு சுற்றுற மாதிரி நூல் சுற்றி அதை ஸ்ட்ராங் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு அதுலேருந்து தான் நாங்கள் போல் வால்ட்டு ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தோம். அப்போ எங்கள்கிட்ட மெத்த கிடையாது. அப்போ இந்த லாங் ஜம்ப் பிட்டில் தான் முடியாது தாண்டி ஜெயித்தாங்க. ஸ்டேட் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒரு பொண்ணு வந்துச்சு, அடுத்து ஸ்டேட் செகண்டு வந்துச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க வந்து நேஷ்னல்ஸில் போய் 3rd வந்தாங்க. இந்த ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸை வச்சு 2.50 மீட்டர் தாண்டி இவங்க வந்து நேஷ்னல்ஸில் பிளேஸ் அடித்தாங்க. இதுதான் எங்களுக்கு பெரிய மோட்டிவேஷனாக அமைஞ்சுது.
It is at this point in time, Kumanan, along with a benevolent sponsor, stepped in and provided this foam bed. But the pole vaulters still needed quality poles to do well. Kumanan got in touch with Hemant and the Pole in the Hand initiative and provided 8 UCS poles. Today, you see athletes from a rural background have access to some of the best poles in the country. Now this is the transformation that we need in Indian sport at the grassroots level.
இந்த போல் வால்ட்டுக்கு இவ்வளோ தூரம் ஊக்கம் கொடுத்த குமணன் சார் அவர்களுக்கும் ஹேமந்த் சார் அவர்களுக்கும் மிக்க நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
An initiative like Pole in the Hand may not be able to scale up with sustainability without an established support system. To make this happen, Hemant needed more support, a partner, an NGO who would make things easier. When such initiatives take off, they need a proper platform for publicity, a channel for accumulating and accounting inward remittances, and a springboard to continue support to the athletes in multiple ways. And coincidentally, he found that support. Enter Hope Ladder. We now make our way to the iconic Nehru Stadium to find out more. Hope Ladder is an NGO founded by a group of sports enthusiasts from diverse backgrounds who had a common vision to transform lives through the power of sports. Their mission: to be a catalyst of peak performance and improve lives by providing a holistic 360-degree support system. They provide various areas of support like sports science, equipment kits, boarding lodging support, nutritional support, employment opportunities, and education. They even enable by adopting academies and individuals after due diligence. Let's find out how they came in touch with the Pole in the Hand initiative.
Sangeeta and Sureka are part of the Hope Ladder core working team. Hemant, who is the architect of Pole in the Hand program, Sangeeta and Sureka were peers in various track and field championship events of their times. The common vision of Hemant and Hope Ladder to impact lives through sports got us together.
This is Dr. Erika Patel, a gynecologist by profession and a marathon runner by passion. She shares the vision of Hope Ladder.
So our vision for Hope Ladder is changing lives through sports. And when we speak about the Pole in Hand initiative by Hope Ladder, we studied this sport and we found out that India has recently started producing an amazing set of pole vaulters, and the results are very, very nice. And we also figured out that in pole vaulting, once you reach a certain stage, the only way to progress to the next stage is to go to the next size of the pole. And that is where Pole in Hand initiative comes, where considering how expensive these poles are, it is not very easy for many athletes to procure them, and all we are doing is handing a pole in their hand and empowering more athletes across the country.
Let's meet Sujan, the youngest member of the board. How excited are you to be a part of the PIH journey, and how do you visualize the future?
As a young sports person and an athlete myself, I am really excited to see where this partnership takes us, and we want to create world champions over here. We want to create Olympic champions, and I think the sky is the limit for us in terms of this initiative, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Spreading the message is good, building alliances even better, but funding is of primal importance. For 28 poles, the estimated cost was approximately $16,000, making it 3 times the budget of Pole in the Hand 1.0. When the team initiated the funds collection, a well-wisher, an angel in disguise, appeared in the form of Garvasio. He made a significant contribution. Many, including Hemant, wondered why.
He's been my colleague for 5 months, and I sent him a message. Only with that message, he just said, "Hey, I'm willing to help." And he transferred a considerable amount. I mean, the whole moment is like, it's not like, okay, it's for India, it's for athletes. It's like people coming together and supporting this cause. So it's from different countries, different race who have supported this initiative, which is really appreciated.
The whole PIH team worked meticulously to collect the funds, both locally and internationally. Once this was done, they had to quickly procure the poles and send it to India for it to make an impact. It is when rubber hits the road, things move. We did speak about the role of UCS Spirit in part 1, but they were more than gracious to help by extending the fair pricing for the 28 poles and offering another support which was priceless. Wait till a little later to find out more about it. PIH 2.0 would have never been possible without UCS Spirit. But we are really interested to know how they see the impact of this initiative.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome, and I feel very proud to be part of it. You know, I'm a very small part of it. But I watched the first video and I felt very proud to be a part of this initiative and get these kids what they need to succeed.
Once the poles were procured, there were two primary challenges. One, clearing all the formalities to deliver the poles to the vaulters. Two, storing the poles safely till they were shipped. In version 1.0, the task was a bit easier with 8 poles. In 2.0, however, it was 28. This made all the formalities for clearance more challenging. Hemant resides in the US, and the team was on the lookout for a person to take responsibility here. PIH needed somebody trustworthy and willing to help. Thankfully, they found a few benevolent souls who took responsibility to transport the poles after clearing formalities. In fact, they manually carried the poles, loaded it on the trucks and transported them to Nehru Stadium all by themselves. PIH 2.0 would like to appreciate this valuable contribution. It appears this whole process was seamless. But wait, there's usually a twist. The poles were ready for shipping in October, just a couple of months since the release of the documentary PIH 1.0, which is awesome. But the clearances in India were not available until Jan 2023. Remember, I told you that the UCS Spirit had done more than just giving away these poles at a subsidized price. They kept the poles safe in their own facility till Jan, when clearances were obtained. I repeat, Pole in the Hand is forever grateful to UCS Spirit. They have just been an angel in disguise, playing the role of the most crucial enabler. What motivated them to go the extra mile?
I think it's wonderful what you're doing to try to help the kids to embrace in sport, and I think the lessons that we learn through sport are really helpful for us to succeed through life. And so it's really cool to see people who really care and genuinely want to see other young people succeed. And so we feel really proud to be part of the progress and be able to supply the tools that...
Once the poles reached Chennai, they were distributed to the beneficiaries at the Sports University campus during the pole handing ceremony. These are the seeds sown today for a future full of expansion and fruit. Let us ask V.S. Sureka how these poles are transforming lives of athletes at Trichy.
As a honored beneficiary of the Pole in the Hands initiative, myself and Vinish feel very much happy and delighted to say that this initiative has helped us to achieve our ultimate goal of transforming athletes from grassroots level training of the athletes. As such, it gives me immense pleasure introducing Subhash, one of our promising athletes who was directly benefited through this program. Subhash started off at this grassroots level and was nowhere near his best. But with the constant support from this initiative, he has developed himself into an athlete who he is today. Our focus now for the future is to develop a strong foundation for female athletes.
The Pole in the Hand initiative has just achieved another level with PIH 2.0. This begs the question, does this initiative end here?
Going forward, in a couple of years' time, we want to look at spreading this impact over 1,000 athletes across most of the districts of Tamil Nadu. Number one. Number two is, as an organization, we already have the necessary IT income tax exemptions under 12A and 80C. In the next 2 years, we will be able to get eligibility for receiving foreign contribution. as well as be able to get CSR monies under the CSR program from corporates. So given all this, I think we should be able to reach the target of impacting 1,000 athletes. That's a goal 2 years from now.
For any contributions from India, please use the details below or get in touch with Hope Ladder. For overseas contributions, please use the information available on the description tab.
With that, we come to the end of Pole in the Hand 2.0. Thank you so much for watching, and all the content is available on the channel Swapnesh Sebastian. Once again, we want to leave you with these fantastic visuals. Bye. With every passing day, conversations are becoming more and more complex. At Intricate Conversations with Swaps, we make complex conversations simple. I'm your host, Swapnesh Sebastian. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We strive to bring in the best speakers and then endeavor to get the best from them to deliver an unforgettable experience. With a sense of reflection, authenticity, and humor, the show delivers an enhanced viewer experience with timely audience engagement. We focus on the themes of business and innovation, health and lifestyle, and future and success. At Intricate Conversations, we aspire to take you on a journey, and this is metaphorically displayed as IC with Swaps. To know more and get regular updates, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Insta, and on the web. After all, we make complex conversations simple.